toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll try it again. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short at the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lewis to throw. Quickly complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Tosses it incomplete. Got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wall. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Dallas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Makes the catch. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Going with the ground game left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Robinson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. third and short. They'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll return it. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Open spaces. Touchdown, UNC. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Lewis wants to pass. He's got him. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window
lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. They're trailing by 10 to Washington. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air. It's Bryant. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Looking for a huge play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll return it from the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a a chance to get off a couple more plays. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a 3rd and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, North Carolina. And that one will give him the lead.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense when the 3's coming soon.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Lewis to throw. Dings it complete to the right. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Wants to bring it back. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the oath. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. To throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lewis wants to pass. Get it out on the screen. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. Start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and you make that big play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. To the air, it's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these 2 have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to pick up. You know that.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Quarterback keeper. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football, try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from them. Fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The sure hands, it's Wall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Snagged on the outside. It's Dallas. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Dallas. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. With the catch, it's Robinson. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards yards on the play, and this offense is in business. On the move, he fires. He strikes downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's Craver.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball up to 33.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Dale's coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got his man downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes is at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Grabs it in the middle. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy.
There he goes. Rams in with the stiff arm. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a move. Smashes through the tackle. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Reed. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on. At the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. Tony ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Quick timeout. Defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Calls his own number. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Manning. The screen. He can go. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And the Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Got a man. It's Craver. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get it.
They want to run this quarterback. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Shows him the stiff arm.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half.